Probably one of the most frequent questions I am asked is, what the heck do I do when the owner is completely unrealistic to market conditions? You know, when a landlord wants higher rents than market, or a tenant wants lower rents than market, or more likely, when an owner, a property owner, wants to sell their property for an unrealistic price. Hi, I'm Santomassimo, founder of the Massimo Group. We're the world's #1 commercial real estate broker coaching organization. And yeah, we hear this all the time. Did you know there are four specific things you can do to get that owner back to reality, to get the exclusive, and yeah, ultimately help that owner out to make a more educated decision? And yeah, you'll create a commission opportunity for yourself. So here are those 4 things. First, get clarity, get complete clarity. When an owner is unrealistic, find out why. Number 1, ask them, how did you come to that price? Very simple. How did you come to that price? Or help me understand how you came to that price. And just let them talk. Ask them, and what else? And what else? Ask them why. Find out if it's an emotional price or a practical price. But you have to find out how they came to that price. Also ask them to get clarity. How long are you willing to own this property? Right now we know they want to sell, but maybe they need to sell right away. And once we find out that motivation and potentially desperation, now you have a better play on your end. So those 2 questions: how did you come to that price? And how long are you willing to wait till you sell? Get clarity. Number 2, get creative. Yes, you need to get creative. Think about this. Tell them, yeah, you'll take the listing, but first you need to test it out in the market for a short term. Now, be very clear here. A short term is not 60 days. It's not 90 days. If that's your short term, what you're doing is letting the whole market see this property for a longer period of time, 90 days. And when you come back and prove the price is too high, now you've tainted the market. You don't want to do that. So get creative. Ask for maybe a 30-day window to test the market and go out and test and show that owner how there is no interest at that price. Bring them back to reality. But here's the thing. When you do this test, you're going to command a higher fee. That's right. Should you sell the asset at that price in 30 days, it's going to take you a lot more work. And so therefore, you command a higher fee during the test period. This is where most brokers shake their head and say, no, I can't do that. Yes, you can. That's a mindset restriction you have right now. You can always ask for higher fees when you have to do work above and beyond, right? It just is. So get creative. Number 3, get cute. Yeah, get cute. Ask the owner when they first purchased that property, whenever it was, 3 years ago, 30 years ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever it was it a sanity or a vanity play? Sanity or vanity play? More so, was it an emotional decision when they bought that property or a practical decision? You know, it's highly likely they're going to tell you they got a great price for that property entirely based on their shrewd negotiation and their sanity. They'll tell you that. It's more likely that's why they bought the property, not because of their vanity. And don't call them vain, just say it's a vanity play. So then challenge them. Why then would they want to go out when selling the property, take the opposite approach and base it on emotions or the vanity game versus base it on marketing factors, and that is the sanity game, right? So again, get cute. Number 4, get clever. Yeah, get clever. Back up everything you have with market data, market stats, and not just recent stats. No, I'm talking beyond the recently sold, right, square foot, beyond that. Talk about, what's the average number of CAs that you secure? What's the average number of tours that you have? What's the average number of offers you have? And yes, what's the average days on market? By the way, you should all know this. As authorities, not commodities, as authority brokers, you should know this. Look, my average exclusive listing creates, right, about X confidentiality agreements. We go on Y number of tours. On average, we're on this many days in the market. We get this many offers. You should know those numbers. You should. And prove to them after the test, this is why this price is not realistic. So think about that stat. The other stat is, think about, if you start getting clever, a cash flow sensitivity analysis. This is always a great play. Do a projection of cash flow for that owner based on certain scenarios, right? Sell now, sell in 60 days, sell in 6 months, different price points, different interest rates possibly. What is the sensitivity analysis? So ultimately, this is it. Your role as a commercial real estate broker is not to sell the property. That's not your role. It's to help that owner make the most educated decision for themselves, right? And yes, that educated decision will ultimately lead to, well, to you making commission. So there you have it. There are the 4 things you need to do to help the owner get back to reality and you both move forward. Number 1, get clarity. Number 2, get creative. Number 3, get cute. And finally, number 4, get clever. For more tactics on how you can maximize your income, I invite you to join me on November 19th for the first ever global CRE Broker Summit, where 11 of the world's top producers are getting together for one day to share with you exactly what they do so you can too. It'll be massive impact, but minimum, and I mean minimum investment, and all from the comfort of your home or office. Check it out. The Global CRE Broker Virtual Summit. Details can be found at cresuccess.com. Hope to see you there. We're looking for commercial real estate brokers to come join us. Brokers in Japan, in Mexico, in Italy, and Paris, Canada, Australia, throughout the US, in fact, throughout the world, to join us at the Global CRE Broker Virtual Summit on November 19th. Get ready to make 2026 your best CRE year yet.